Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Simple Muslim Money. Today, I am going to be talking about the difference between halal income and halal wealth. Now, this has come about from a podcast I was listening to between Ali Abdal and someone called Sahil Bloom, who is quite big on Twitter. And I thought it was a really good topic that sort of came up. And yeah, I just want to put a quick disclaimer out there. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not allowed to give financial advice. Everything I say is just for information and entertainment purposes. Ali Abdal does some really good sort of podcasts, really like his podcasting style. And yeah, he was asked some really good questions. And this thing just kind of really hit a thing for me. And it's, I don't know, it might sound quite obvious to people, but for me, it was like really important why investing and doing things are just so important for people to do this. And, as Muslims as well, it's something we should be doing. And so, yeah, if we get into it, let's think about halal income. So, halal income is income you get from your job or from a side business or just from any other way. So, you get this money. But the thing is, once you get this money, you need to spend money to live, spend on food, rent. If you got to buy stuff for your kids, if you're into, I don't know, football, watching football on TV, paying for your subscriptions, Netflix, and who knows, whatever else people pay for groceries as well. Like I was looking at our budget and we spend so much money on groceries. It's, yeah, just can't believe how much money we spend and just, just to eat and stuff like that. So you've got your income coming in, but then you've got expenditure. Now, halal wealth, when I'm talking about halal wealth, is like how we get that income and kind of keep it and grow that money and have some wealth so that in the future we don't need to worry about making halal income because we've built so much wealth. It just kind of takes care of things for us. So that's the really big kind of distinguish with that. So then you have something I really liked, Sahil Bloom kind of talked about in the podcast, is you have income generators and wealth generators. So in terms of a Muslim context, what we want to do is get our income generators to generate us income, and then use that income to then build us wealth. Now, income is quite easy to kind of think about in terms of how you make money, like from our job. If you've got some sort of side business, I know a lot of people, brothers that like Muslim people doing that Amazon FBA. I know that's quite popular with their own products and things like that. But if you're generating income, constantly generating income, and then you're kind of spending that money, so you need to constantly generate income, then it's almost like a never-ending sort of hamster wheel. You're just kind of on this hamster wheel and just running and running, running. It's almost like, yeah, you're just going to be working forever, 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 which is not what I expect most people want. Definitely not what I want. I want to be able to retire so that I can just kind of enjoy the money that I've made or that I've been blessed with, should I say. So halal wealth. So how do you make halal wealth? What are halal wealth generators? So that's where investing comes in. So money that I get from some sort of, I don't know, selling something or some sort of business or from my salary. I take some of that money. I do need to use, probably most of that money for just everyday expenses, buying stuff, on food and things like that. But I try and invest a little bit of that, or well, as much as I can, and then I put that into the stock market or into some other sort of investments and let it grow. And I keep doing that. I keep getting my money from my job, from any sort of side businesses. I keep taking some of that money that is generated and trying to invest it, and just keep doing that every year, every year, every year, every year. And the aim is that I have enough money invested that money grows, and I can just live off that growth. So I never kind of touch that main capital. I've heard a Tim Ferriss podcast once, and he was talking about, he calls it like the alpha. You never want to touch that main money; you just let it grow. When you put money into stock market, it's actually a lot simpler than it sounds. I feel like I'm kind of maybe complicating it, but one thing I don't want people to be put off by that. It's very easy to do. So if there's one message I want you to get from this podcast, is that we want to use halal income generators to generate us income. Then we want to take some of that and put it into halal wealth generators, which is basically investing. However, someone may want to do that. So I hope that's helped, and that's why it's not just about setting up an online business. It's not just making money through your job. It's about what we do with that money. That is so important. And if we don't do something with that money, and we spend it on milkshakes, going to the latest halal restaurant all the time, eating out all the time, and doing things like that, not being more conscious of our money, then it would definitely cost us. Okay, if you've enjoyed this video and this podcast, then I would really appreciate if you smash that like button, as Graham Stephan would say, subscribe, do all the usual sort of stuff. And if you're listening to it as a podcast, would really appreciate like a review on Apple. I'm still in the process of sorting out the podcast process. Like it takes a bit of time just to figure that out. But I'm hoping to have that by the time you've seen this video. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.